Hello and welcome to Enjoy English School.
欢迎来到 Enjoy 英语学院。
I'm Stevie.
And I'm Laurie.
Today, we are looking at a lesson called our composition lesson. And our title today is Pay Attention or Pay the Price. Ooh, that sounds
serious.
对 Yes.
听起来蛮严重的哦。就是你要注意，要不然的话你就要付出代价这样。
Yep. I've had this problem when I was in university. You know, sometimes you're sitting there in class and you're not paying attention.
对。
And the professor says something and you're just 在发呆, right?
放空.
Yeah. We 口语来讲, we can say you're spacing out. Okay. Space. S-P-A-C-E. 你的脑袋已经调到
外太空.
Yeah. So you're spaced out and your professor says, and that will be on the test. And then you go, oh, what? What? What did he say? What? Oh, no. So, yeah, pay attention or pay the price.
OK, 所以呢，今天来到我们看图作文的单元了哦。那么呢，刚刚直译的是英文的标题啦哦，中文的标题是不注意的代价哦，所以其实也是同样的意思哦。那我们会有3张图，然后呢，大家看着图来发挥，然后呢，用这样子的一个标题，这样的一个主题去写。所以我们赶快来进行今天的看图作文。
Pay attention or pay the price. The final exam was here at last. Nancy had burned the midnight oil studying the night before. She did lots of math exercises and reviewed all the formulas repeatedly just to be well prepared for the exam. As she walked to school, she mumbled about all the formulas she had studied the previous night. Nancy walked into the classroom with confidence. As soon as the exam started, she immediately turned to the first page. Much to her surprise, it wasn't the math exam, but the English exam. She was completely in shock and speechless. Having no time to hesitate, she could only try to finish the exam. Feeling frustrated, Nancy turned in the paper and dashed out the door right after the bell rang. After this incident, she promised herself to check the exam schedule more carefully in the future.
Okay, now to look at our article. Now, I just talked about, an example of not paying attention, but our person today we're talking about, Nancy, I think she made a bit of a bigger mistake than I did. Yeah.
I agree.
So, looking at the first part of our article, the final exam was here at last. So here we're setting the scene for a story.
Yeah.
Okay? Setting the scene, we're putting a picture in your head of what's happening. This is good when you're writing stories, especially, or you're talking about experiences. So the final exam was here at last. This means Nancy, she's been working hard all semester, and finally, it's almost over.
所以呢，刚刚首先 Stevie 老师讲到说，我们这个文章的第一句，它其实就是在给你一个情境给你一个图，然后呢，让你去想象。所以这个呢，是一个在你写故事啊，或者写一个 experience， 就是一个体验的时候，一种很适当的开头法然后呢，我们来看到这篇文章的它的开头就说到，这个期末考啊，终于来临了所以呢，它有一个 at last。这个感觉就是刚刚 Stevie 老师讲到的，可能一整个学期都在等的，就是这个期末考，它非常的重要，所以终于 at last 终于到了。
Yeah. We could also say the final exam was finally here.
对 ，finally 也是终于哦，终究到了这样。
Yeah. Nancy had burned the midnight oil studying the night before. When we say somebody has burned the midnight oil, this is a phrase, it's from very old English when people had to use oil lamps.
油灯。
Yeah. And so if you burned the midnight oil, that means you had your lamp on really late.
对。
Okay, so burning the midnight oil means you stayed up late, and she stayed up very late studying the night before.
所以呢，接下来讲到 Nancy 呢，她在 the night before 是期末考前的一晚呢，她这个还在挑灯夜战，她还在熬夜读书。这个时候你就可以这样子用哦，因为刚刚讲的 burn the midnight oil 指的就是说你到很晚，你熬夜去做某个事情的时候，你就可以这样用。然后 oil 的后面你就接你所做的那个动作。
Yeah. She did lots of math exercises and reviewed all the formulas repeatedly over and over just to be well prepared for the exam. So she did lots of math exercises. When we say math exercise, that means she solved a lot of math problems.
对。
And so she did a lot of math problems just so she could, remember how to do them. And she reviewed. This is something that you do a lot when you're studying for a test. Review, like 复习, right?
对。
She reviewed all the formulas, all the math formulas, repeatedly, over and over, repeatedly, just to be well prepared for the exam. She studied hard.
真的很用功
Yeah.
哦，真的非常的这个是讲苦读哦，所以呢
Yeah.
他呢，首先他做了许多的这个数学的题目，这个 exercises 这里指的是题目啊、不是运动啊。然后呢，他还复习了所有的公式是 formulas， 而且是 repeatedly， 所以是一再的，他重复的去复习所有的公式。Just to be 就只是为了要怎么样呢？为了要能够 well prepared， 就是充分的准备。准备什么呢 ？For the exam 要接在后面，就是为这个期末考，为这个考试能够充分准备。
Yep. As she walked to school, she mumbled about all the formulas she had studied the previous night. We could say she mumbled about them, or we could say she mumbled them. And what this mumble means, you're talking, but it's not very clear. Sometimes when you talk to yourself, like when you're studying, oh, this test is so hard, I don't want to take this test. And then your teacher says, what did you say? Oh, nothing. Okay, you're mumbling. You're kind of talking quietly and not clearly. So as she walked to school, she mumbled about all the formulas. Okay, as she's walking, just to keep them in her head for the test.
对。
A lot of people do this, and there's a lot of research that says if you speak, if you say the things you're trying to learn, or if you practice teaching them as if you were a teacher teaching the formulas to other people, that helps you remember them better. So it's good to kind of say them out loud, even if you're mumbling.
对，所以呢，他接下来讲到说，当他走去学校的路上呢，他呢这个 mumble 刚刚讲的就是喃喃的咕哝着哦，这样子的一个感觉哦，自己呢就像刚刚Stevie老师说的，小声的啊，不是很清楚的在跟自己讲啊，这样念着出来的这样的感觉就是 mumble 哦。然后呢，他呢就自己咕哝着那些所有他在前一个晚上所学到的那些公式，所以这里有一个 previous。指的是前一个哦，那所以是前一晚，所以他加了一个 previous night， 前一晚所学的那些公式。
Yeah. Okay, we'll take a quick break right here and be right back with the next part of the article. Okay, so it sounds like Nancy has worked hard. She has studied hard, and she should do well on her test.
对，
Yeah, right now, that's what I feel. So, Nancy walked into the classroom with confidence. She was feeling confident. She felt like she was very prepared.
对，
So she walked into the classroom feeling confident. She walked in with confidence.
所以呢 ，Nancy 啊，她走进教室是带着自信的哦，所以她自信的走进教室。那因为什么？就她自己觉得准备的很好嘛，所以这里的 with confidence， 这个 confidence 就是自信哦。那如果你把字尾的 ce 改成 t，confident 就变成是自信的哦，这样的一个意思。
As soon as the exam started, she immediately turned to the first page. So as soon as the exam started, or we could say, here we could say when the exam started,
对，
she immediately, means right away, quickly, immediately, turned to the first page. Okay, I'm ready.
就是这样哦，所以呢，讲到说这个一怎么样，就是 as soon as 哦，这个考试一开始的时候呢，他就立刻的叫 immediately 哦，他立刻的，他马上的就呢翻到了第1页。
And then she stared at the page and went, huh? Oh no, oh no, 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 不会吧? Oh,
应该没那么久吧。
Much to her surprise, it wasn't the math exam, but the English exam. So, much to her surprise, when we say, this is something we use when we're talking about something in a story form.
对，
Much to her surprise just means this thing surprised her very much.
对，
Okay? So she was very surprised because it wasn't the math exam, the exam that she prepared for. It was the English exam. So this is where she went, oh, beep.
对，所以呢，首先这边讲到说，令她非常惊讶的是哦，在英文你就用 much to her surprise， 这里的 to 呢，感觉就是令她这个非常惊讶的是呢，这并不是数学的考试，而是英文的考试。
Yeah, and she said, oh, beep, because 上课的时候不能用脏话，很不礼貌。
所以被消音了。
Yeah.
对，
Yeah. So she was completely in shock and speechless. So that's probably what I would do. I would be like, I'm ready, and then look at the page and go, oh no. So completely in shock and speechless. When we say somebody is speechless, it means they're 我们常常就是用这个来夸张, right?
Yeah.
But really, in this case, I would be speechless. I'd be
That's
like,
right.
Oh no.
You don't know what to say.
Yeah, so speechless means you're so surprised or scared or nervous or something so much that you can't talk. You're speechless.
所以呢，接下来他讲到说，他是完完全全的叫做 completely 哦，他彻底的怎么样呢 ？In shock 就是呢震惊的哦，彻底的感到震惊，而且 speechless 就是说不出话来，完全的无言这样。
Yep. But it's the English exam, and she's already there. So, having no time to hesitate, she couldn't wait. Hesitate means to wait.
对，
Okay? It means she had no time to hesitate, no time to waste. She could only try to finish the exam. So, because when we say having no time to do this, she could only do this. This means she had no other choice.
No.
She didn't have time to wait. She could only try to finish. She had to do her best.
对。 所以呢，接下来他讲到说，但是呢，没有时间来这个犹豫来迟疑叫做 hesitate。所以呢，没有迟疑的时间，没有犹豫的时间，他只能够试着去完成这场考试。
Yeah. Poor Nancy. We'll take one more break, and we'll be right back with the rest of the article. I'm just thinking if that happened to me, I would probably just die. I'd be like, So the next paragraph is very normal. Feeling frustrated, Nancy turned in the paper and dashed out the door right after the bell rang. Okay, so feeling frustrated. To feel frustrated means you're upset and there's nothing you can do. You just I can't believe this. You feeling frustrated. So she turned in the test. Remember we talked about turning in homework.
对。
She turned in the paper and dashed. When we say somebody dashed, that means they ran out quickly. She ran out the door right after the bell rang. The bell, do they do this in Taiwan schools also? Like, ring, ring, and class is done. So you're everybody runs out.
I think so.
Okay. I've never been in school here for that. But she heard the bell ring that said time is up. So she turned in her paper and rushed out of the class. She ran out.
所以呢，接下来他讲到说了这个他呢感到非常的这个挫败这里的 frustrated 挫折挫败，感到非常挫败的他呢就还是这个交了考卷，叫做 turned in the paper turn in 是交的意思
Yeah.
交了 paper 交了这个考卷，然后呢这个冲出了门外这里的 dash 是非常快速的冲出所以冲出了门外，什么时间点呢？就在铃声一响的时候。所以这里有一个 right after 这个 right， 这个 right 不是对也不是右边它指的是立即就是呢在这个铃响之后立即的他就交了卷，然后冲出门外。
After this incident, an incident just means something has happened. And usually if we say it's an incident, it's not a good thing that happens.
通常
Yeah,
不是
usually. So after this incident, she promised herself to check the exam schedule more carefully in the future. Yeah, what else from now on, I will check that schedule 10 times. I missed that. How did I do that?
OK， 所以呢，最后当然通常这个文章都会下一个结论所以呢，他也有他说呢，就在这个事件之后，所以这里的 incident 事件所以而且刚才Stevie 老师有提到说呢，通常它是不太好的你会用 incident 这个事件。在这个事件之后呢，他呢这个答应自己他承诺他自己呢要更加小心的在未来呢要检查他的这个考试的时间表，他考试的日程表，他要更小心的去检查。
Yeah. Okay. We are going to take one more quick break and come back with vocabulary, some words and phrases for you. Okay, the first phrase we learned today was burning the midnight oil. To burn the midnight oil means to stay up late. We also talked about the word formula. You will use this word a lot in math and things like chemistry. We talked about having confidence, and we used the word speechless. You're so surprised you can't say anything. We also learned the word hesitate. Don't hesitate, don't wait. And we learned the word frustrated. Feeling frustrated is pretty normal. We also learned the word dash, to run quickly. And we learned the word incident, something usually not good that can happen. And those are our words and phrases for today. I do want to tell you, though, students, Nancy got lucky, and she got a 95 on her test. So congratulations to Nancy. That's all the time we have for today. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.